Yo, 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 let's start this video. Look, just to enlighten your minds, your thoughts, to put it on in perspective at this very time, because the video is for one specific reason only. Now, a lot of people out there are talking about who are the Eagles are going to hire for the coaches that have been dismissed for the last couple of weeks now. The linebacker coach, the Jim Shorts, have been dismissed but actually retired, and you got two offensive coaches that have recently left. Marty Morningwig, and then some guy that they hired last year as well, along with Marty Morningwig. So those four guys are out at the particular time. So, but just to keep you minds and focus, the Eagles are trying to do everything thoroughly, which means that they are going to interview candidates when the playoffs is over. And let's not also forget that the playoffs have just kicked off this past Saturday. Playoffs are going to be going on Saturday, Sunday, and then going into next week. And then after next week, and then you got the conference championship games for both conferences, AFC, NFC. And then the winner of those both conferences go to the Super Bowl. So the Eagles are not going to be doing any interviews at this time. But what they might up and do is wait until certain teams are eliminated in the division rounds and in the conference championship rounds. So the wild cards were yesterday, and the wild cards are today. So if you're watching your team play, good for you. But if you're not watching your team back, sit back on the couch and watch the other guy play. And most importantly, pay attention, because you never know who's who and who the Eagles are going to hire. Let's not forget that there's some more firings that are going to be going on for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, also, from what I've been told, rather, or listening to analysts and on social media, Doug Peterson is supposed to take a visit today with Jeffrey Lurie to discuss his future. So we don't know if Peterson's going to be with the Eagles next season, or he's going to be dismissed for this year, or better yet, we don't know if he's going to be the head coach for the next coming year. But I tell you this, if he does come back for the Eagles this year, fourth thing got to do, they got to hire a defensive coach, defensive coordinator, they got to hire another linebacker coach, they got to hire an offensive coordinator, and they got to hire a quarterback coach, and most importantly, they need a new wide receiver coach, because we all know the wide receivers for this year was a bunch of crap from 2019 and to this past season. For the past 2 years, the Eagles wide receivers have been nothing but garbage. And so, but also, I'm just also glad that this is coming to an end, because with all the hiring and firing going on, you got specific teams now that they're going through the interview process with teams or opposing coaches or opposing scouting teams or assistant GMs that got the chance to be promoted to general manager. And also, we gotta see if the Eagles are going to let go of Howie Roseman, because we don't know for sure if Howie Roseman is going to be let go, along with Peterson this week. So I'm gonna say this here: between now and Tuesday or Wednesday, we're probably more likely Wednesday, we're gonna know for sure the fate of Coach Peterson. We'll know the fate, because we don't know if he's going to be fired or he's going to give up some play calling and do what he should have done a couple years ago. Because when Frank Reich was here 3 years ago, he was the original play caller. He made sure all the plays that were called were the right ones to call for Carson Wentz. And we all know Carson had 2 good seasons. His rookie year, which was shaky at best, and his 2017 year, right before the injury to his ankle, which ended. No, I'm sorry, to his ankle. I mean to his knee, which ended his season. Then he came back in 2018 season, later in the years, later into the weeks, and wound up playing. And then 2019, he had the back injury. So it's like we don't know what's going on because see now we got not only for the coaching staff, there's also the medical staff because they got to figure out what they're gonna do with them because for some reason all of these injuries that we had the previous couple of years could have been prevented, but they were not. And but I'm gonna say that I'm also put you also on some thought. When Chip Kelly was here, the Eagles didn't have many injuries at all. Weren't many. So whatever that Kelly was doing, the Eagles must have kicked it out of the door. Because like I said, 2018 and 19 and I'm sorry, yeah, with 18, 19, and 20 past season, the last 2 or 3 years, the Eagles have had a lot of injury fronts. Defense, offense, and then this year both sides of the ball, defense and offense. So, I mean, too many injuries, way too many injuries. So it's the coaching staff and the medical staff, and it got to be also the strength and conditioning coach as well because those 3 people or groups are supposed to make sure that the players are well enough to stay on the field 60 minutes and play football. But for the last 2 or 3 years, that ain't been the case. So, like I said before, let's not get our heads up in the clouds because we don't know what's going to happen between now and Wednesday. Like I said, we'll know the fate of Peterson by Wednesday. Maybe Howie Roseman too. But we do know that that there are 4 coaches that have been released, fired, or retired. The linebacker coach Ken Fajori, I think that's his name, Ken Fajori, he contemplating retirement. The Eagles let him go, so he's gone. I mean, you got Marty Mornwig, who was the offensive consultant. I think that's what he was. And then you got Jim Shorts, who decided to call it a career because of some medical issue that he had in the past, and it came back to bother. So he supposed to take a year off and come back next year. And then you got the one and only let me see who is it? I can't think of the other offensive coach name, but all we know is that there's 4 positions that gotta be filled, and I believe there's gonna be more on the horizon as the week and days progress. So this is your boy sign out with some breaking news, or better yet, some news that you should already know. If you don't know, I'm letting you know now. Enjoy your Sunday. Peace. Have fun. One love.